Their downtown is one of the best preserved Queen Anne Grand Victorians in San Diego. The 1,400 square foot house and the carriage house nearby are in mint condition. So are the beautiful gardens and wraparound porch. Back in 1889, it took John Long and his associates 9 months to build the 2-story house equipped with the basement and full attic.
And John Long was partners with Elijah Babcock, who was one of the people who built the Hotel Del. And so I imagine he teamed up because John Long also had the world's largest rotary wood veneer machine. And so they probably got together, and after the Hotel Del was built, they immediately started building this house in January of 1889.
For Allegra and John Erst, the house is a treasure they enjoy every day. It's on the National Registry of Historic Places. The couple has gone out of their way to preserve the house as if it were the late 1880s. They currently use it for their business. The original owner, John Long, would be forced to sell the house because of the Depression of the early 1890s. The buyer, a well-known political figure.
So John Long didn't really occupy the house much, if at all. And then Robert Whitney Waterman, who was the 17th governor of the state of California, he purchased the home. And it's our understanding that for the last couple of months of his office, because he was getting ready to retire, this was a governor's mansion.
A mansion indeed. The house was restored by its previous owners, John and Iris Parker. It has 4 fireplaces, all original tile. Curved bay windows with leaded glass, almost all are original. 30 doors throughout the entire house. And there's a sunroom towards the back near the drawing room. Allegra shows me around.
I want to show you this sink back here. This is the butler's area in here, and this little alcove has the butler's sink in it. And it's the most beautiful sink in the house, and it has a door that if it was messy or something, then you would just pull the door up
to cover it
and
up.
hide it. So this is the mud room, Elsa. And it's a really charming tiny little room, and it also has a closet in it that goes under the stairs.
A closet in this little tiny room?
Yes, right around the corner. And on the door of that closet is the most beautiful door handle in the entire house. And so it's a closet within a closet, basically.
What really catches my eye, the entryway. It is stunning. The wood's detail is exquisite. The anaglyph on the stairs landing is beautiful. It is a hard form of plaster from France.
It's hand carved. It's like a piece of artwork in its own right. And then when you look at the stairs themselves, this redwood, it's just such a beautiful grain in the redwood.
In the second story, there are 4 main bedrooms, but there's a special place in the house that both Allegra and John really enjoy.
I want to show you the attic. It's a really special place, and it's really our favorite place in the whole house.
What's so special about the attic for you?
Oh, we just love it, but you'll just have to see for yourself.
Oh, wow! It is huge! What a surprise! And there's a bonus room. So tell me about the attic.
Well, as I said, at one time anyway, the attic up here is 1,820 square feet, and it's all natural, and that's what we love about it. And then it does have a bedroom up here. But
a bedroom?
Yes.
Well, it's a maid's quarters.
Maid's quarters, I guess.
It's actually a maid's quarters, so this is where, but there's no bathroom up here. So it would be...
They probably had a chamber pot.
But somebody lived up here, one of the servants.
Well,
yes.
Probably many of them, several of them lived up here.
As we continue, there's yet another set of stairs which takes us to the roof and to one of the best views of the city.
And this staircase goes up and then has a little landing and then goes all the way up. I don't know if you can see, there's a flat square area on the top of the house.
Where does this go?
And
to the very top of the house?
Yes, and it's called a widow's walk. And that's when they called it a widow's walk because, up there, we're in San Diego, you can see the bay. And so often the lady of the house would be walking up there looking for her husband's ship to come in, and often it didn't. And so people would say, oh, look, the widow's walking again.
Oh.
And it's fun to come up here because you watch the planes land and the wheels hit and the smoke comes up from the wheels. Naval Air Station, North Island, Coronado, the entire downtown. And then opposite, we've got the Mr. A's building.
Besides the great view of San Diego, you can see the 1906 historic magnolia and camphor trees, both planted by Kate Sessions. As for Allegra and John, they've been the home's caretakers for the past 16 years. They're hoping on many more in the Long-Waterman Mansion. Another fully restored Victorian is in the most unlikely place near the 805 freeway in National City. At one point, motorcycle gangs lived in the vacant house. The doors had been stolen, the roof leaked, and the house almost didn't make it. But today, the Moses Kimball House is impressive, to say the least. The Moses Kimball House in National City is a Queen Anne Victorian, built in 1893. It's tucked away on a hill near Plaza Boulevard in the 805. The house has been fully restored and decorated from the period. But time wasn't always so kind to the Kimball House.
There's no lock on the door and people just wandering in. It's lots of broken windows.
It was vacant and in bad shape by the time Tom and Marilyn Carnes bought it 33 years ago. They would turn the historic home into a masterpiece.
We were able to take one step at a time. We couldn't just didn't have the luxury to fix up the whole house and then move in. So we lived in several rooms. This was our bedroom for one summer.
The Carnes didn't oversee any detail, beginning with the wallpaper to the antique furnishings. But who was Moses Kimball? It is believed Kimball was a retired farmer and a distant relative of the Kimball brothers who helped establish National City. Thanks to the couple's expertise, the two would learn much more about the home's history and its owners.
We found a small box, tin box, in the walls of the house. And in it were pictures of the house, blue-toned, and a calling card, along with a few other pieces of paper. And it said Lillian Hutchison.
Lillian Hutchison was a 7-year-old girl who lived in the house during the early 1900s. Decades later, she would move out of the house, and at 90 years old, she would return to visit the Carnes and offer new information about the past. Tom and Marilyn would meet another Moses Kimball descendant, now living in Canada.
But when they came, they shared with us photographs. It was a thrill to see photographs of the builder of this house and his wife. And they even gave us a marriage certificate from Moses and Sarah Kimball. And some of the other genealogy. One of their cousins is doing extensive genealogy, and that was fun too. But the pictures that just really closed the gap.
The Carnes would make more discoveries, many which are in this album, including a number of photos showing what life was like in National City at the turn of the century.
In the tin box with the blue photos was this receipt from George W. Marston, Marston's downtown, the department store. And it's 1909, March, and received in cash 50 cents for one collar and one tie, 25 cents each. This is a little matchbox, a sterling silver. Here's a napkin ring, and a whistle, and a spoon, and we've later found other examples of this spoon on the internet, so we found out the pattern that we went for.
Marilyn shows me the 3-story staircase made out of oak. No detail was spared in the entry hallway. As we head upstairs, the rooms are spacious with the traditional high ceilings known to Victorians.
Here we are on the second floor landing, Elsa, and this is the master bedroom in here. This is the largest bedroom in the house. It has a lot of room, so it makes it very comfortable to be in. Has a fireplace, which is unusual.
The house has 4 fireplaces, and down the hall, an additional 3 spacious bedrooms on the second floor, decorated from the period. What room are we going into right now?
This is our bathroom.
Was it always a bathroom?
No, it wasn't. It was a trunk room or a big closet.
Sort of a storage room. To make the room complete, the Carnes would look everywhere to find the right pieces.
The sink, the tub, the commode, everything had to be purchased, or found at antique stores, because everything had been modernized in the bathroom. So it's a recycled bathroom.
To think the Moses Kimball house almost slipped away from the Carnes at a public auction. The plan was to demolish the beautiful Victorian
And build an apartment building, because there would have been enough room. It sits on half an acre. And of course that to us that would be a real tragedy if that happened. So we had to step up, and we loved the house, but we had to save the house.
And save it they did. Now the house is beautifully restored for many to enjoy.